Hello everyone, in this video we'll discuss the poem The Tiger by William Blake. It is a sister poem to The Lamb. The Tiger belonged to Song of Experience, the collection called Song of Experience, and The Lamb belonged to Song of Innocence. We talked about it in detail in the previous video in The Lamb when we were discussing The Lamb. So you should go to that video to get the details. We'll start this poem direct. So in the poem The Lamb, the speaker was a child and he was asking the innocent question to the lamb, who has made the lamb, the innocent lamb. And the answer was that it has been created by the God. And because the lamb bears the image of the Christ and it has been created on the God's image. Now when this child grows up, he asks the same question, similar question, identical question to tiger, and he wants to know whether the tiger has been created by the same God that created the lamb, because if the God created the lamb, why would the same God create the tiger that kills the lamb? So here the speaker asks the tiger, tiger, tiger burning bright, tiger, tiger burning bright. What is burning bright? Tiger's eyes. We know that tiger's eyes burns even if it's night, even it's dark, the tiger eyes are blazing and burning. So where? In the forest of the night. So in the forest of the night is a quite quizzical kind of expression, but we can take it in a way that in the forest in the night we can see the tiger's eyes are still burning. Now the speaker asks the tiger that who made him. So he says, what immortal hand? So whose immortal hand? Immortal is God and immortal is devil. So he wants to ask, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? Thy is your, symmetry is structure. So he wants to ask that who has created the structure, fearful structure of tiger? What immortal hand? Whether it is God or whether it is devil. So he is asking the tiger that who has made him, whether God has made him or devil has made him. Then in the next stanza he talks about where his structure was made. In the next stanza, again in the first stanza he has asked God has made him or devil has made him. In the next stanza he asks the same. He says that in what distant is far, distant deeps. So what is deep? When we say deep, so it's hell. We in Hindi we call it patal lok. Or sky, distant sky is heaven, swarg. So he says in what distant deep or sky. So distant deep is hell, distant sky is heaven. So it is a name change, and name change is called synecdoche. Figure of speech called synec, D-O-C-H-E, synecdoche. This is also synecdoche. So speaker asks, what distant deeps or skies burned the fire of thine eyes? Because in the first line he has already said that tiger is burning bright, his eyes is burning bright. So he wants to ask that the fire of his eyes has been made, created in hell or in heaven. Then he says when the creator created him, in the fire of his eyes was brought either from hell or heaven. So on what wing it was brought? So he asks, what wing dare he aspire? The creator, your creator, aspire to bring this fire. And then he asks, what the hand dare seize the fire? The fire of the eyes of that tiger has in his eyes. So he says when creator created that fire, so what was the hand that seized that fire, and on one wing he brought that fire where he created the tiger. Now again the same line is repeated, the extension of the idea is there, and then the speaker asks, what shoulder and what art could twist the sinews? Sinews is muscles of thy heart. So tiger heart is ferocious. So speaker wants to ask that when the the creator of the tiger wanted to create the ferocious heart, um, pitiless heart of tiger, and he was moving the sinews muscles of the tiger, what were the shoulders? What strong shoulders were those? Was it from someone from hell or heaven who created it, who could twist it, and what was the art that he used? And at last he asked that tiger itself is a ferocious animal, so even when the creator created it, and when the tiger's heart began to beat, then wasn't the creator scared itself, himself or herself, and what was not he dare to flee? So we know that if there is tiger, say you are creating a tiger, and you made the created the sinews, you structured it, you even put the fire in his eyes, but at last you put a soul. So as soon as you put the soul and the heart begin to beat, then the tiger ferociousness has to be handled. So he asked that the creator of the tiger, how did he handle it when the tiger's heart began to beat, and what was the dread hand and what was the dread feet? वो डरे हुए हाथ और डरे हुए feet किसके थे? Then again there is an extension of the idea where he asks what the hammer is hathodi that is used. So he says what was the hammer with which the tiger's sinews muscles were created or twisted, and he says that most ferocious is tiger's brain. So he says in what furnace his brain was forged, किस भट्टी में उसका brain बनाया गया, and what the chain, in what chain the tiger was before his creation, in what chain he was captured, and what the anvil, what was the sacha, what was the anvil, and who grasped it, and there its deadly terror clasps, and how one controlled the dread when the tiger was being created. And then he says, there's again the extension of idea, and when he says when tiger was created, and he claims that the tiger's creation was opposite to the lamb, because when the tiger was created it was obvious that the lamb will be killed. So he says when the tiger was created, the stars threw down their spears, the star even cried, and stars watered heaven with their tears. So he claims that when tiger was created, even the stars cried to see something being created that would kill the innocent like lamb. So now he asks a very serious question, that why would, if God is the creator of everything, why would God create something that would kill the innocent? So he says, did he smile his work to see? Was God, or was the creator, if it was a God who created tiger, so was he happy to see his creation because he made the lamb? Did he, so again he asks, did he who made the lamb made thee? So here there are two questions. If the God created both tiger and lamb, why would he create the tiger that would kill the innocent lamb? And if it is not, are there two creators, one devil and one God? And so it's contradicts the theory that God created everything. So at last it's end with the identical lines. Tiger, tiger burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry? So this is the poem. Okay, have a nice time. Thank you.